Positive routines are the backbone of a happy and balanced life. When repeated consistently, small daily actions become powerful tools that shape mood, energy, and mental clarity. Creating a structure in the day brings a sense of control even during uncertain times. Begin with simple habits that support both the mind and body. A consistent morning routine, for example, sets the tone for the entire day. Waking up at the same time, drinking a glass of water, stretching, or taking a few deep breaths can create a calm and focused mindset before the world starts demanding attention. These small steps, though often overlooked, can greatly influence mental and emotional stability. Another key routine is mindful movement. Whether it's walking, stretching, dancing, or light exercise, physical activity stimulates the release of endorphins, chemicals that naturally lift the mood. Just 10 to 15 minutes of movement every day can reduce stress and improve focus. Nutrition is another essential part of a positive routine. Eating at regular times, staying hydrated, and choosing nourishing foods not only fuels the body but also boosts mental well-being. When the body feels good, the mind follows. Rest is just as important as activity. A stable nighttime routine, such as turning off screens an hour before bed, reading, or practicing slow breathing, trains the body to wind down. Consistent quality sleep restores energy and improves emotional balance. Equally vital is carving out time for quiet reflection. Setting aside even 5 minutes to journal thoughts, review goals, or sit in stillness can bring clarity. This intentional pause helps organize thoughts and emotions, creating space for calm and creativity. Scheduling small joys throughout the day adds emotional richness. Listening to a favorite song, watering plants, enjoying a cup of tea, these tiny pleasures become anchors of happiness when done mindfully and regularly. Consistency matters more than intensity. A 5-minute habit done daily is more powerful than a 1-hour task done once a week. Over time, these routines become automatic and comforting, reducing mental fatigue and increasing productivity. Positive routines don't require perfection, only presence and intention. The goal is not to follow a strict schedule, but to build habits that support peace, joy, and purpose every single day. When routines are built around care and kindness to oneself, happiness becomes a natural result. Connection with others is one of the most powerful sources of daily happiness. Humans are wired for relationships, emotional closeness, shared laughter, mutual support. These moments create lasting joy and meaning. A single genuine interaction can lift the spirit more than any material reward. Connection doesn't require deep conversation every time. Even brief, friendly exchanges, like smiling at a neighbor, saying hello to a coworker, or thanking a bus driver, can boost mood. These small moments remind the brain that it's part of something bigger. They fight off loneliness, which can quietly build up even in a busy world. Listening is a key part of connection. Giving full attention when someone speaks, without interrupting or judging, builds trust. It makes others feel seen and valued. In return, it deepens the bond and creates emotional safety. When someone listens deeply, it's not just communication, it's healing. Spending quality time with loved ones, even in short bursts, strengthens emotional ties. A shared meal, a phone call, a game, or a walk. These experiences turn into lasting memories. They remind the heart that it doesn't have to carry life's burdens alone. In good times, they bring celebration. In hard times, they bring comfort. Kindness is another doorway to connection. Acts like helping someone carry groceries, offering a compliment, or checking in on a friend create warmth. Kindness costs little but gives much. It fills both the giver and the receiver with a sense of purpose and positivity. Digital communication, when used mindfully, can also support connection. A thoughtful message, a funny photo, or a quick video chat bridges distance. While face-to-face interaction is ideal, heartfelt digital moments can still provide real emotional value. It's also important to create space for vulnerability, sharing feelings, asking for help, or but it builds closeness. When someone opens up, it creates a space for honest, real connection. It says, "I trust you," and that trust is the root of strong relationship. Connection is not about the number of friends, but the quality of the relationship. Even one or two meaningful bonds can bring deep, lasting happiness. When people feel connected, they feel understood, supported, and loved. And in that feeling, happiness naturally grows. The mind absorbs everything it's exposed to: words, images, sounds, and emotions. Just as the body is affected by the food it consumes, the mind is shaped by the content it takes in. Limiting negative inputs is essential for protecting emotional balance and maintaining daily happiness. Negativity can come from many sources. Constant exposure to bad news, toxic conversations, or judgmental social media can slowly drain energy. Even if it's not obvious, repeated negativity creates stress, anxiety, and emotional fatigue. The mind becomes clouded and optimism fades. Protecting peace requires being intentional about what enters the mental space. One powerful step is curating the digital environment. Social media, when used unconsciously, often becomes a source of comparison, anger, or distraction. Following accounts that spread fear, hate, or unrealistic lifestyles can damage self-esteem. Replacing those with uplifting, educational, or inspiring content creates a more positive experience. Muting, unfollowing, or limiting screen time are simple yet effective habits. The same principle applies to news consumption. Staying informed is important, but constant exposure to disasters, crime, and conflict can lead to emotional numbness or fear. Setting boundaries, such as checking the news only once a day or choosing neutral sources, helps prevent emotional overload while staying aware of the world. Negative energy also hides in conversations. Being around people who constantly complain, criticize, or spread gossip can weigh down the spirit. While it's not always possible to avoid everyone, it is possible to limit time with draining personalities and seek out those who bring kindness, support, and laughter. Even internal dialogue can be a source of negativity. The words repeated in the mind, self-doubt, harsh criticism, fear of failure, can act like emotional poison. Becoming aware of those thoughts and gently replacing them with kinder, more realistic ones shifts the mindset toward peace. Creating mental space for positive input is just as important. Reading inspiring books, listening to calming music, watching educational videos, or spending time in nature are ways to reset the mental environment. Each positive input becomes a building block of resilience and joy. Happiness grows in a clean mental space. Limiting negative inputs is not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing what to focus on. With careful attention to what enters the mind, peace and happiness become daily companions.